What's up, guys? Mike here, and today we are talking about an extremely serious issue that affects you, it affects me as a content creator, and it affects absolutely everyone that uses the internet. If you guys haven't seen this hashtag above, hashtag Net Neutrality, in the last couple of days by fellow content creators and other websites like Amazon and other major companies, net neutrality is actually a very big and serious issue that we actually already fought against once. Last year, this was actually people were actually trying to abolish this net neutrality, and it's a very serious issue that I really want to bring to everybody's attention. If you guys don't know what net neutrality happens to be, net neutrality basically protects us from the tyrants over at our internet service providers like Verizon, Comcast, and all those other big old internet service providers. It prevents them from determining where we could visit or how fast our internet goes. And that's a very scary thought, because if we didn't have net neutrality, there is so much crap that's already happened that I'm going to talk about in a minute. And yeah, a lot of ISPs actually already took advantage of this crap in the past by actually blocking access to internet services. It actually blocked us from going to websites and throttling services like Netflix and Skype. Believe it or not, like 10 years ago, I'm pretty sure that Netflix was pretty highly throttled because of the net neutrality laws not being put into place. Same thing with Skype. We already know that Skype really isn't as good as Discord. This is kind of why it ended up not being such a great service in the past. To kind of further clarify what net neutrality actually is, it's pretty much a set of guidelines and rules under Title II that holds internet service providers as responsible as being a utility. Basically, what that means is whatever you pay for in your internet speed, it's yours to keep, and you can use it for whatever you want. I pay for a gigabit of internet speed. I pay like a good $100 to $150 a month for my internet, because I want to be able to give you guys the best streaming quality possible, and I want to be able to upload videos in a flash. And yeah, that's what I use my internet for. And if I'm paying for a gigabit of internet speed, that's what I'm paying for. If you're paying for 100 megabits of download speed and upload speed, that's what you should be using for whatever purposes you want to use it for. Whether it's Netflix, Hulu, Facebook, Twitter, whatever website you guys access, you should be able to use the full extent of your internet speed for whatever you want to use it for. But yeah, if net neutrality is abolished, basically the ISPs wouldn't be governed by these laws anymore, and basically the internet service providers can go ahead and say like, oh, you know what, let's just give Netflix 1 megabit of bandwidth, that way you can't watch anything over 240p. Basically, you'll have crappy video quality on Netflix if this doesn't happen. It's a bigger deal than that, because, yeah, basically, internet service providers could basically start charging you more to get full bandwidth on websites if there was no net neutrality. You could basically see internet packages like the same way the cable TV provides packages for certain channels. You want to be able to use HBO or Starz or all those other fancy movie channels, you gotta pay for that with the whole cable bill with Verizon Fios. If there's no net neutrality, Verizon could just turn around and say, hey, you want the full speed of Facebook and Twitch? You gotta pay us an extra $30 a month. Hey, you want to be able to stream at 1080p on YouTube? That's another $10 for that. We really cannot let this happen, because it's actually a really shitty thing to happen to us as content creators, as major businesses, whether it's companies like Amazon or Steam. All these websites that you guys know and love will basically be brought to shit if there's no net neutrality laws brought into place. It's a scary thing that so much has already happened because of the net neutrality laws not being brought into place. I'm going to leave a video in the description below. If you guys don't know who Barnacules Nerdgasm is, he gave a lot of this information I'm about to give you guys in this video, as well as links to all these articles as well on his channel as well. So please go check out his video. He goes into much better detail about this than I do, and could probably give you a much more broader explanation. This is kind of just the basics of what has basically been put forth. But basically, not only would it block bandwidth and everything, the websites and everything, but imagine being blocked from being able to use services like Skype or Discord or anything that basically lets you talk to your friends for free over the internet. Without net neutrality, that all basically is gone. Basically, internet service providers can just either not let you access the website at all because they want you to use their services, or they'll just completely charge you up the ass in order to actually use them. Basically, without net neutrality, internet service providers can highly regulate what you would be able to access and what you would be able to do on the internet. It basically will take away your freedom of the internet. They will pretty much block programs on the computer too if they don't want you downloading their certain programs. The only people that actually do want the internet service providers, the only people that actually want the net neutrality gone is actually the internet service providers themselves, like freaking Verizon and Comcast, because it's not. Honestly, net neutrality doesn't benefit the internet service providers at all. It actually gives everyone a completely fair playing field. But our lovely president, Mr. Trump, he unfortunately elected this new guy, Ajit Pai, as the new chairman of the FCC, who completely hates net neutrality and completely wants it gone. Basically, this guy is completely against net neutrality, and Trump, knowing him, he wants everything that Obama did in his lifetime, in his presidency. Trump wants to pretty much undo everything that Obama's ever done, whether it was good or bad. He just does not want anything to do with Obama. He wants to completely flip things upside down, and basically Ajit Pai actually wants net neutrality completely gone and abolished, and we cannot let that happen. There's already a lot of things in net neutrality laws not being in place. There's a lot of things that have already suffered because of that. I'm actually going to give you guys a few examples about this. In 2005, Comcast actually denied access to peer-to-peer services without notifying their customers. Let's see, in 2007, AT&T actually blocked Skype because of the competition for their cell phone service. Basically, without net neutrality, shit like this can happen, no problem. Let's see, in 2011, Metro PCX tried to block all streaming services except for YouTube, and they actually tried to sue the FCC over this. Luckily, it didn't go through, but yeah, this sort of thing actually happened in 2011. 2012, Verizon actually demanded that Google blocks their tethering apps on Android because it actually let owners avoid the $20 tethering fee. Verizon was actually fined $1.25 million over this issue. Let's see. Also in 2012, AT&T tried to block FaceTime unless customers paid more money for the service. And also, the scary thing is that some internet service providers actually already want to do stuff that I'm mentioning right now. In fact, Verizon already said in 2013 that the only thing stopping them from favoring some content providers over other providers was the net neutrality laws. Basically, Verizon's like, curse you, net neutrality. Without you, we'd be taking over everything. Basically, internet service providers just want to completely monopolize the internet and take away your freedoms as well as mine as a YouTube content creator. Let's see, there's also other stuff as well. The last thing that I want to mention, Time Warner Cable actually also refused to upgrade their lines in order to get more money out of Riot Games, the people behind the League of Legends game and Netflix in 2017 as well. So yeah, as you can see from all the stuff that I'm mentioning, it is really imperative and it is in everyone's best interest that we speak our minds about this issue. This is probably one of the most important videos I've ever put out there as a content creator. Basically, without this, the internet's completely fucked. You have no freedom over the internet, and neither will I. Streaming and everything as we know it as content creators will be completely messed up. Websites will be slowed down. It'll stop business. It'll stop the internet from providing everything that we need, know, and love. Again, I am going to go put Barnacules' video in the description so you guys can get a much better understanding of what I'm giving you guys here. But yeah, there is some stuff that you guys can do for the helping and keeping net neutrality alive, which is imperative at this point. The most important thing you guys can easily do is call 1-800-CALL FCC and tell them with your own voice how you feel about this issue. We need to speak our minds in numbers about this issue and make sure that we keep net neutrality alive and running for a very long time. You could also tweet out at FCC or at Ajit Pai himself about this issue and let him know that we don't want net neutrality gone. We want to keep net neutrality alive. And educate these people. Let them know why we need net neutrality alive and why this needs to be kept alive and why we need to fight to keep this thing going. The other most important thing that you guys can do is go to this website right here, battleforthenet.com. Basically, you fill out a form and you put down your information. I've already gladly done this. It generates an email, and it basically sends an email to the FCC and Congress saying that we don't want net neutrality to be fucked with. We need to keep net neutrality alive, and we don't want it being touched. So that is the most important thing you guys can do. I'm going to leave all this information down in the description below. But you guys really need to do me a favor and check out Barnacules' video if you guys didn't really get a good understanding of what was talked about here in this video. He is a really good tech channel, and he actually provided most of the information I just gave you guys here. So credit goes to Barnacules about all of this. So please go check the description, check out his full video to get more educated about this, and actually check out the articles that he talks about as well. And also, please go check out battleforthenet.com about this issue. Yeah, please, with all being said, guys, it is crucial at this time that we speak our voices against this, because we really don't want Trump or Ajit Pai to fuck with our internet and our rights as what we pay for the internet. Whatever we pay for the internet should be ours to absolutely use for whatever purposes we have in mind. Whether it's streaming, shopping, watching YouTube videos, or whatever the case may be, you have a right to your internet, and we need to keep net neutrality alive. I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and I really do hope you guys will check out all the stuff in the description. Until the next video, my fellow Monster Gamers, though, take care.